Hello, everyone. My name is Ramsha, and I'm here at Millennium Voices with the Director of Quality Assurance here at TMUC, Ma'am Sharmeen. Hi, ma'am. Thank you for coming in today.
My pleasure, my honor.
So, ma'am, I think straight away the question that comes up for anybody working in quality assurance is that what exactly is it that we mean when we say, oh, we're providing, or I'm the Director of Quality Assurance here at TMUC?
Quality is at the heart of everything we do. So it's very systematic. It's a very organized process of monitoring, analyzing, evaluating, and then eventually, reflecting on the processes that, that lead to good academic pedagogical practices as well as learning outcomes and students' well-being. There are certain standards that we have
need to be meet.
There are certain international benchmarks that we have to follow, that we have to look up to. When we talk about quality, we talk about a 360-degree academic excellence.
Yes.
A holistic approach to what good quality teaching and learning is at the end of the day.
All right.
And if we're saying that at the heart of everything is quality, so at the heart of quality is classrooms then.
Okay, perfect. So we're really going down to the micro level of what it is that TMUC does for the very basic student that comes in, no matter what your program is, no matter what your degree is.
Exactly. So it's just not about the quality of teaching and learning. Most importantly, it's about the student experiences. It's about the campus life.
Right.
It's about what we are offering them in and beyond the classrooms.
I think that is very important to mention. I think when a student is coming in at any institution, let alone TMUC, but they really do focus on not just the quality of education that's being provided, but also the sort of like, life that they're going to get. Like you said, a campus life, what sort of activities are going to be happening? Are they going to be partaking in anything more? Because we previously discussed this with Ma'am Amna Salik as well, that education itself is not just taught in the classroom, right? It's a whole culture that you really just drench yourself in, and it's very important to do that.
Exactly. So that life cycle, student life cycle is you have to look at it with a 360-degree perspective. So it's just not about what they're learning inside the classrooms. It's about the entrepreneurial skills, the life skills.
The life skills are very
it's
important.
About academic integrity.
A very holistic
honesty.
approach. Yes.
So we are preparing them for life.
That's actually very true.
It's just not the degree.
It's not just the degree that matters.
It's an approach to life.
Yes, it's the very tools I think that
life.
you end up with. Exactly.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, it's not just a piece of paper, the degree that you get at the end, that your potential employers are interested in. It's rather your whole personality. And it's your institution, I think, goes a very long way into deriving exactly who you turn out to be.
That requires pedagogical innovation, basically.
Yes.
That requires continuous enhancement.
Very true.
That requires professional and personal development.
Very true.
And it all comes if you're reflective.
Very true. And I think with the colloquia coming up and everything, that is such an amazing platform to just see how the last year has been for everybody.
Exactly.
Whether you're a student, whether you're a faculty member, whether you're in the administration. It's very important to, I think, have a look back and see that, I have achieved these milestones and I still have this way to go. And how is it that we can, have those stepping stones along the way to make it just easier for everybody?
This academic discourse, this academic conversation is paramount to actually embracing change, looking forward to what we need to do for our learners, what we need to do as practitioners. So it's very important that we all meet, we sit together, and we talk about the future of TNE as well as the global practices.
Yes. I think it's TNE is, still... it's a very relatively new concept in Pakistan, and people are still discovering the opportunities.
Been new to us, for the world,
of course. To us, it's something that we've really been in. But I think exactly, and we've really introduced a very new concept in Pakistan, because it shows that, when we look at quality, there are different qualities of education that you could potentially be getting. And, getting a UK-based degree in Pakistan, 3 years, one of the best professors you can get in Pakistan, it's really just handing like a fruit basket to somebody who is interested and, of course, who has the awareness and is able to, come across those platforms that do advertise such places, such degree programs. But specifically talking about TMUC and TMUC as a transnational education organization, excellence and quality to you, if you had to put it in 3 words, how would you say that? What are those 3 factors that TMUC itself really looks at when we're looking at quality?
I think it's collaboration.
Yes.
Most importantly, it's reflection.
Which we do every year.
Yes, yes. And it's professional development.
Yes.
Yes. These 3 things we really we're very focused when it comes to a shared vision, a collaborative culture. You really can't, the ethos, the vision, the mission is what that needs to be, cascaded. It needs to transcend.
It does, yes.
So we feel very strongly about that, about what we want to impart, who we are and what we stand for as a TNE. So that's very important. And of course, we have our own, not only our own quality regimes, but we have set them against the international benchmarks of QAA.
Yes.
So
which just makes your job a little bit tougher, I think.
and not only, our liaison with the external partners, but also with the national regulators as well.
Yes. So we're basically dealing with 2 international bodies.
Yes.
One from within, of course, Pakistan, and one in the UK.
Yes. So
and that does leave a lot for your plate specifically. It's a lot of...
But at the end of the day, at the heart of it all is the student voice and agency.
Very, very true. That's something I have to agree with. And I think having somebody sit within the institution and having had a look at every single experience that a significant student goes through, it's very important, because we're trying to, like you said, give a very, very holistic approach to what is transnational education. And while this word may be new, I think the people, especially here already at TMUC and at other organizations, they're really starting to really, sort of go into it and realize that, education itself it is a right, but at times, it does come across as a privilege as well for people who are lucky enough to be at TMUC. It's not something that's approachable for everybody. And we are trying to really grasp those young minds in Pakistan and make them not just employees for, transnational corporations that we already have, but also come up with like a lot of entrepreneurs, really just push forward that drive for innovation and creativity. Where do you see the quality assurance department just stepping in and saying that, we've got you, and we're here to sort of, give you that nudge?
So, it's just not about reflecting on our own practices. So when it comes to learners, we're very closely connected with them.
Yes.
So that interconnectedness is very important, right? So we're very connected with our learners. We have those, as I said earlier, that student voice and agency, but these aren't just cliches. So how do we do it? So we listen to them.
Yes.
That's the ethos and culture of the organization itself, to listen, to be receptive. The ingredient is active listening.
Yes.
Then based on that, a collaborative culture, of course, to improve on it, and a continuous quest to improve ourselves. So we have these QR-enabled surveys for our students. And because you said that how do we make it student-centric, and how do we listen to them, and how do we reach out to them, to enhance and, to harness their skills is. So one of them these are anonymous polls. So we have these interactive platforms.
Okay.
They can be gamified surveys. It can be, so anonymous polls. We have these student-led town hall meetings. So the student councils
They're very active when it comes to this, yes.
The alumni engagement, you know, the
Yes.
strong industry linkages. So all of this, you know, we're working on it, and we listen to them,
Yes.
you know.
There's like
You know,
positive
so
feedback
yeah,
waiting
you
for
spoke,
them, yes.
You spoke, and we acted.
We heard. We
Yes,
heard, and
we
we're
heard.
acting on
They,
it.
they feel
yes.
valued, they feel heard, because, you know, we work on tangible action plans with them. So once one of them, it was an anonymous, you know, feedback. One of them said that if TMUC is a canvas and I am painting my own future, can I bring at least my own paintbrush?
Such
So,
a
you
nice
know,
way of putting
such
it,
a
yes.
poignant and intense
Yeah.
feedback of what a classroom should be.
Should be.
You know, what do the students want? What sort of entrepreneurial skills do we need to develop? What sort of tools do we need to take to the classrooms? What sort of professional development is required for the teachers, you know,
Yes.
to embrace the fresh perspective, to embrace, you know, the change, the voice and the agency of the learners, and how we're able to map it.
Very important.
You know, it's very important. So yes, it is very relevant and it's very important. And there's a scientific way of doing it.
That's
so we
very true.
analyze, we take data, we talk to them, formal, informal, through polls, through reaching out to them.
And I think those are
this
very
is a culture.
important.
It goes so from the HOI,
Yes.
from the dean to the HOI. In fact, the whole world ceases to exist for the CEO, Dr. Faisal Mushtaq
Yes,
himself, when
yes.
he, you know, receives a
Interacting with,
feedback and when he
yes.
interacts the student.
That's actually
you
very
know.
true. I've been a part of those
Yes,
conversations, so I can
yes.
agree
So
to
he
that.
loves
yes.
those conversations, the constructive feedback. And, you know,
And I think
he
it's
values it.
he
So
he
the whole
values
company does that.
That's actually I think
Everyone.
that's drilled within TMUC
Yes.
as an organization, as a
Yes.
company,
Yes.
and it has to be, of course. I think the pioneer for it would be this very culture would be Faisal Mushtaq, simply because it's what he brings to the table.
Yes.
Even when I was studying here, I remember him being very vocal about telling us to be very vocal about what
Yes.
we want.
Yes.
And whether it has to be outside of the classroom, whether it's inside the classroom,
Yes.
it's maybe a certain teacher that we're not blending in with the way we should be, whether it's a specific social event that we're looking forward to.
So, sorry, but yes, you know, at times students often find solutions to where faculty can
Yes.
see problems. So, you know,
That's very
yes,
true,
that's-
yes.
you know, it's
He has a very
yes.
open eye for these things.
Yes.
That's certainly
So
very
the
true.
student,
And I
you know,
even remember
yeah.
him saying that, as if I'm your, taking care of you as a student, I'm going to be the nicest guy that you're going to come across as. But when you're in employment with me, I'm going to be pretty tough on you, because you have to meet
So we have to
a
learn.
very tough set of requirements out there. So TMUC itself is expanding so drastically. We have 8 campuses. We're trying to move ahead and make it 10
Yes,
now.
it's an exponential growth.
Yes. How is it that you handle looking after 8 different campuses in 8 different cities, 3 different provinces?
So,
Quite
you
tough.
know, no. I'll put it simply. It's never a one person or one department. So when you're working in collaboration, and as I said earlier, I'm going to connect it here again.
Yes.
When there is a shared vision, it's not a problem.
It's a drive.
We're all set to make a difference.
Yes.
We're all set to make it matter.
Yes.
So we all work together.
Yes, I think teamwork itself
Exactly.
is something that we at TMUC
Exactly.
value a
So-
lot.
so,
I think it's
yeah.
what do we say? Teamwork is dream work.
Dream work. So
Yes.
we know how to re-strategize, realign, reconstruct, stop, take a pause,
And
reflect, start on new, and do it
Yes.
together.
Yes, and I think it's moments like the colloquia coming up that we
Yes,
really
so
get
looking
together
forward.
as a group,
Yes.
and we reflect, the journey that's been so far, everything that we've come across, and just really jump in for the next year. I think it's a never-ending
We're all
journey,
set.
right? And really just keep going for it again and again. Perfect. All right. And if you had to say that you have a specific, go-to method that is really proven very promising to you when you apply, your knowledge, your wisdom.
There isn't one. But I guess if there is anything that has really worked for me is reflection.
Reflection.
And being open to feedback.
That's actually very important.
Yes.
I do agree. Yes. And I think it just, like we said, if teamwork is dream work, then just that feeling of togetherness.
Yes.
And being like, yes, we had the same goals and we've managed to achieve them, and we're here for that celebration.
It doesn't come easy.
It doesn't come easy.
There's a lot of work. You put in a lot of work.
Yes.
To make that happen.
Yes, that's certainly true. And lastly, if you had to really get a TMUC student, I think, excited and just really looking forward to the next year, what is it that you think should be introduced or already exists? That's your, like, like, yes, this is going to be that peak moment that this student or a number of students are going to look forward to.
It's only when we're able to bridge theory and practice, classrooms and industry, is where the students feel emancipated.
Yes, I think that's very true.
Yes.
I think because at the end of the day, we're trying to grow personally, we're trying to grow as a nation.
Yes.
And it's so important to be able to say that, yes, I've gotten the degree, I've built myself up as a human being, as a Pakistani, and I can now deliver.
So stronger the industry linkages, stronger the connection with what they're reading, with the research, with the theory, better they're able to use those skills
in the practical life.
Yes.
And it increases your market value.
Yes. That is their
the
confidence. The confidence comes from there. The preparation to enter the practical life.
Yes.
So this is exactly what we want to work on, and this is exactly what we work around for the students.
That's
so they
certainly
get enough opportunity and enough experience.
That's actually, I think that's as
so they can walk in like a pro
as possible. Yes. Yes, certainly. And I think if you're confident, we can sort of drill that confidence, that drive, that passion into these students.
So meetings and
we can transform the industry.
So a lot is going on,
We already have so many amazing
program.
Yes.
So we have our greenathons, and we have those contests and competitions and opportunities. So
and
that really
fostering
works
that
well.
That culture really well.
That really works well with the students.
Yes, and it's proven very successful for us all so far. Well, thank you so much, ma'am. It was amazing having you here. I hope you would be, coming back soon.
I hope you'll be calling me back
we
soon.
will, of course, certainly, with more interesting question in the future.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much.